Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. This is the daily astrology report for August 27th, 28th, Wednesday and Thursday of this week. Alright, so we've had the new moon in Leo. We're all hopefully opening up our heart centers, living our passion, at least at the very least being aware of what we want out of life, what makes us happy. Now, while we cycle this new moon, essentially we're going to be going through all of the different, well, the moon will be going through all the different zodiac signs. And it's kind of like it's almost like an opportunity while we're going through this bigger cycle, because the whole new moon's a bigger cycle. As we're going through that, as we're experiencing that, we're going through the transitions of it and learning about it. Each of the signs has all the information we need. They're all holistic in and of themselves. But there's a certain perspective, you might say, as in this case the moon transits all of these signs. So as we go around this for the next 30 days, 28 days, we'll start to experience these energies. And the energies are about that heart chakra, which is about that new moon in Leo. So with Virgo, what is Virgo about? Well, Virgo is the goddess. It's about refinement. It's about love embodied, being the love. Virgo opposite Pisces is about our physical selves, taking care of our physical nature, but anchoring down those Piscean energies into reality. In other words, embodying those spiritual truths, and in this case, especially so with the heart. So put love into action. It's one thing to have the heart open, but it's another to put it into something. You might put it into your work. That's why Virgo is often associated with work. You might put it into your work for the next couple days. You might put it into yourself, self-love, opening your heart to yourself, which will then help you take care of yourself, eat better, be more consciously aware of what you're putting in your body and how much time you're sleeping and taking care of yourself, that sort of thing. But no matter what it is, it's just love in action. And of course, being compassionate. Virgo is seldom talked about in terms of compassion, but like I said, being opposite Pisces, it's compassion in form, embodied. So that is what we're going to be feeling with the moon there for the next couple days. Now we're still in a new moon phase, which is about planting seeds and intentions and setting intentions and kind of experimenting. Energy is lower right now, so it's a time of reflection. And it's associated with that pineal gland, so really just, listening and going with the flow and just listening to that guidance, but learning. It's a time of learning. And what we learn now for these next 2 days or so, we'll be building upon as we come up to this full moon this month. So very important that we use this time as an experiential time, and just, starting things but not going full steam. We're kind of just seeing where the energies lie and what direction we want to go in. Now, while this is happening on Wednesday, Venus will be continuing its square with the Mars-Saturn conjunction that I talked about. So this is about putting in work with relationships, but you might also say it's just having a very grounded and realistic perspective on relationships. Because, relationships are real. And when we're coming from a grounded, mature perspective, then this is the type of situation here where we can really have a lot of passion and a lot of enjoyment in our relationships if we're coming from a very realistic perspective, okay? And it's not just relationships that we're in, it's new relationships, and it's also our relationship with ourselves and also how we view relationships. So just overall having a very mature, grounded view on the whole idea of relationships is certainly what we're called to do for these next 2 days. So do that, and the more you do that, you're going to find a very strong unity with the masculine and feminine principles, both inside and outside. Because anytime you're involving Mars and Venus, you're talking about a balance of these masculine and feminine energies. So there's a unity there. There's a coming together, a unification of those two, which you might call polarities. Now also on Thursday, we've got Venus sextiling the North Node. So positive aspect there with the North Node, and the moon will be touching the North Node there as well. So the North Node being in Virgo, lately it's really been about, our whole path has really been about embodying this higher heart. You know, we're all learning to embody our higher heart in actual form, in physicality, and being aware of that. And in this case, it's really about learning, because the North Node is about learning. So we're going through that learning process, and we're going to continue, and we're going to feel that, especially here for these next 2 days, learning how to embody this divine love, this higher heart. All right, guys, and later on in the week, on Friday, Mercury will be going into Virgo, so a lot of what we're feeling is then going to become much more conscious. And as we approach Friday, we're going to start to feel a unification between our feelings and our mind, and really thinking and seeing a lot more of the Virgo, our physical aspects of life, as we get closer to that. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.